As you can see, we already have the vehicle lifted securely, and we're going to start off by removing a 14mm nut here for the sway bar leak. You want to make sure you do this on both sides. It makes it a lot easier, even if you're just doing one side at a time. Having this disconnected or unbolted makes it easier. We'll also remove a 12mm hex head bolt back here, holding this bracket to the spindle. This bracket holds the brake line and wheel speed sensor harness to the spindle, so we'll remove that one bolt. We'll then unbolt this 12mm hex head back here, holding this bracket to the spindle. This will help with the removal of the strut. And also 3 17mm nuts down here. There's 3 of them holding the ball joint to the lower control arm. You might want to have a jack supporting the control arm when you do so. Now we'll remove this 17mm nut, clamping the spindle to the strut. And finally, the 3 14mm nuts at the upper strut mount. And make sure at this point you are supporting the control arm, otherwise the whole strut assembly might come down. Now we'll carefully support the spindle, separating the control arm from the ball joint. Having left one nut installed at the upper strut mount, we'll push down on the spindle assembly and separate the strut from the spindle. Moving on to the rear, we'll start in a similar fashion by removing the end links on the sway bars. It's ideal to do both left and right at the same time. And for this, we'll use a 12mm socket on the bottom and a 14mm wrench up top. Removing the wheel well or liner isn't completely necessary for this installation, but it'll help give you guys a better view of what bolts we're going to remove next. At this point, we'll put a little bit of tension on the lower control arm using a jack, and we'll start removing the shock. Using a 12mm socket and ratchet, we'll go ahead and remove the 2 upper mount bolts. Using a 17mm wrench and some additional leverage, we'll remove the 17mm bolt at the bottom of the shock. Now that the shock is removed, we'll go ahead and remove the stock spring. Be careful when you do this. Releasing the tension abruptly could cause the spring to pop out. So slowly lower the suspension, and you might have to twist the spring out, but be careful as you're doing so.